This is Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and we've got a 1947 Ford truck I'm going to show you. Touch the key and she fires right up. She's got a 302 with a 3-speed manual transmission, and I'm going to take it for a quick drive and show you around the truck. The engine's got plenty of power and the clutch feels good. She shifts through all 3 gears easily. Got a little bit of play in the steering wheel, and I'll put my finger up here and show you about that much play right there. And of course you can see it, you can see the line on the road. I'm able to drive straight down the line. So I would say probably about a typical amount of play in the steering wheel. For a truck this age. Now, oftentimes you can go to the steering box and try to adjust that out a little bit. I did not try to do that just because I've been driving it around the way it is and kind of used to it. Show you under the hood. Let you listen to that exhaust real quick. Opens really easy with one hand. It's a little bright out here. We'll see if we can get the camera to adjust. But at least you can hear the engine running. It's a really solid running engine. Also, the horn works. Little Awuga horn. It's got an auxiliary button down below for the horn to work. Actually, turn signals work as well, and it's got the little green indicator on there. You can see that the turn signals light up, which is pretty cool. Really appreciate the fact that it has a Ford engine in it, not a Chevrolet engine. And we just put it just a real simple, but good looking brushed aluminum valve cover, air cleaner combo on there. Really nice looking. Put a little dressing on the original exhaust manifolds. So there's a little bit of rust on the truck, and we'll go looking for it here in the video. Inner fender wells look great, as well as the firewall. You can see the heater is hooked up. The heater hoses, it does not leak. I don't think that the switch turns on and off, but I'm not positive. In fact, we'll go on the interior in just a second, and I'll turn it on and see. The hood is in good shape and appears to be rust free all the way around, which is real nice. Let's take a walk around the truck real quick. So 1947, this is the last year of the half-ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton name of the truck. And 1948 was the first year of the F1. So a lot of guys call these an F1, but they're really not technically an F1. But this is a short bed half-ton truck. Now you can see I left it set up with, it's got a brand new set of American Racing wheels on this side. Brand new wheels, brand new tires. And on the other side, I left the original wheels on it. It's got brand new tires on it as well. With the original hubcaps. Those are actually the original, or if they're period correct, I'll say that. They're not repopped hubcaps. And I was able to polish them up and make them look real sharp, along with the ribbed beauty ring. And those are, like I said, so I've got either one. So for the price I'm asking for it, would say I'll let you choose. Do you like the original look on this side, or if you like it the other way, we'll just swap. We'll put on the tires set that you like. So getting up close to the truck, first of all, I was going to say, probably, I think this truck paint job is about 8 or 10 years old, and when they did it, somebody spent a lot of money doing it. It's a beautiful, beautiful paint job, but it's 10 years later, and some of this stuff is starting to show through a little bit. And that's not uncommon, but whoever painted it did an exceptional job with the paint. It lays down perfect. It looks like glass. But like I said, getting up closer to it, there's a few spots here and there on the truck that if you wanted it to look perfect, you'd want to go back and fix. There's a little crack right here in the front fender, just in the body work, and around the vent. See a few cracks there. Boy, it's so bright. That's why I like doing my videos first thing in the morning if I can. It's about 3 o'clock this afternoon and it's hot and sticky. So we got a couple of pops here, body pops there. And I don't think that this truck is to me, especially when we look up underneath it, this truck's not a Bondo bucket. I don't see gooped on Bondo in this truck. But obviously there's skim coat in every old vehicle, and there's a few spots that just, you know, show it. So there's a little crack there on this rear fender, another spot right there. I love the rear fenders on this truck. This is the last year they put these fenders on, the teardrop style fender that goes all the way in. You see, like this. It's just gorgeous. This might be my new favorite truck. Tailgate looks to be in pretty good condition, very good condition. I don't see any rust on it. It's not super beat up, and actually the inside of this bed is really clean. The back of the bed, it's got a few spots on it, and typical for, you know, it being probably a part-time work truck, you can tell that people throw, you know, lumber in the back and stuff like that and hit up against that. But it's got a brand new diamond plate in it. Looks very pretty, and it's not welded in, it's just screwed down. So if you wanted to take it out and put a wooden bed in, wouldn't be too hard to do. Continuing around the truck, just a few small little spots of checks here. A little crow's feet is what they like to call them. A little spot here as well. One spot of small spot of rust here, and this is one of the spots of the rust that I've seen on the body, one of the only ones down here on this little support pillar for the bed. The cab corners are in phenomenal condition. They are original, and I will show you the underneath here in just a second. Bottoms of the doors on the outside are also good and clean and rust free. One scuff right here looks like got scuffed up in the garage of the paint. That's the only spot that looks like a scuff on the entire truck. There's a little spot right here. So if you really wanted this to look perfect, you'd probably want to take it to you know, I think I've got a paint guy that I could say, would you go around it, fix every spot, and fade it in or whatever. I don't think it needs a full-blown paint job, but the beauty of it is it's still a gorgeous 20-footer, and for the money you leave it alone and you drive it like it is and just enjoy it. Top's got a few little compromise spots on it as well, but no dings or dents. Weather stripping around the front glass is in good shape. Windows roll up and down on both sides, and the only cracked window is this driver's side window. It appears to be original. It's got a crack right down there. Doesn't really bother me much because I mostly just drive it with the windows down. And if you'd watched a previous video, I kind of did a preview new arrival video a couple days ago. That door was rattling. Turned out just to be the screws right here on the other side. I just tightened them up and the rattle went away. Original speedometer does not work. Shows 34,447 original miles, but it is not hooked up. And then all the aftermarket gauges in the center are working. Every single one of them is functioning. Seat is old, probably reupholstered 20 or 30 years ago. Shows some signs of wear with a few cracking and stuff, but looks okay. And looks like the original headliner. A little bit saggy. You can tell the humidity's gotten to it. And this looks like the original floor mat, and it's still in pretty good shape. My battery's starting to blink at me, so I want to get up underneath the truck. This is where a lot of people say it counts. Side step-ups look really good. Couple of little spots of rust in the support, just little tiny cracks, but a lot of times you see these rusted out, and they're not on this truck. Nice and clean. You got superficial surface rust, but nothing major. Frame rails are all in great shape. Looking down the frame all the way down the truck, and these floor pans, this is the original floor pan right here, and that is in really good condition. Check it out. Original floor pan, beautiful. No patches that I can see. Now, like I said too, to get to the cab corner, I've actually got to bring the camera in here and hope that it'll change a little bit. So there's a little spot of rust in there. That one little hole right there, about the size, maybe it looks like of a quarter. And unfortunately, it's just so bright out here trying to get this to adjust. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is the front brakes have been upgraded to disc brakes, so it stops nice. Inside the fender wells, clean and rust free. And even this, of course, you can see the body was painted. I believe that to be the original rear end. Can't tell for sure. These fenders, like I said, see, when I find a truck that's a Bondo bucket, I pass on it, because when I'm looking inside these fenders, I see gooped up Bondo, and I'm not seeing that on this truck at all. Got a little bit of rust here that hasn't been repaired yet. Be a pretty simple fix. Same as the other side with the step up, a little spot of rust there. Main frame supports all in good shape. Some rust, this is some surface rust here. As I hit it, it comes off of my fingers. Cab corner on the inside. Hoping the camera's adjusting there. Little bit of cracking and rusting down at the bottom of that exterior, but it looks like the original cab corner. Does not look like it's ever been fixed. Again, original floor pans here, and the only spot I'm seeing is at the very, very back of that floor pan. You see a few little rust holes there. Looks like underneath that diamond plate is actually a new piece of plywood or something, because it looks real pretty. It's got a new exhaust. Look like those are actually Flowmaster exhaust. It's got a new exhaust on it, and like I said, you can see all the frame is in great shape and rust free. Front fender well. Hopefully I can catch this real quick too. Of course, where the hinges attach are in great shape, no rust at all. Bottom of the passenger door's got a little bit of rust going down the bottom, and honestly I think that could be cleaned up and re-tacked, or just put a half-inch strip in there. A good welder could just repair that, because the rest of it's not rusted out. Doors open and close well. Inside fender again on this side. This is overall a very solid truck. And like I said too, actually the gentleman that I purchased this from, I've had a couple of other vehicles out of his collection. This disc door is in a little bit better condition than the other one. Almost no rust at all. And then a little spot right there. Hinges on this side as well are in good shape. Hinge connections. I've purchased a couple of vehicles from the same gentleman, and when he says he runs and drives them, he runs and drives them. So he's actually been driving this truck around town and running to the hardware store in it and enjoying it, taking it to Pigeon Forge to the car show last couple weeks ago. And so anyways, I've gone a little long, but I wanted to do a real thorough video because this is a beautiful truck. This is the last year before the F1, and man, I just really love this body style. It's rare, you know, post-war truck, and I think this is a really good find. So PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Give us a call.